What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, bringing you in a game from the EMEA Tacticians Cup. Like I said in the last VOD, we got Tacticians Cup going on around the entire world. APAC, EMEA, Americas, China has like kind of a different whole thing going on, but those three, major regions are all holding these. So we'll bounce around a little bit. We did APAC yesterday. Let's do EMEA today because we have a really, really cool game from Kevin Parker today. Kevin Parker, one of my favorite EMEA players to VOD review. He does a lot of cool stuff. He definitely cooks sometimes, definitely plays some of like the less popular tech on occasion when he gets a spot for it. First big decision in the game here actually comes because we are a Scuttle Puddle and we got 6 gold here. He opts to sell bench here in order to make gold. This is actually a big decision because you're selling off a lot of like potential reroll angles in order to make 10, right? You're kind of saying from Vayne from this spot, like kind of awkward, right? 0 bows, 0 rods, very, very hard to get to Gwinsu. So we're completely down to sell that. Ekko, kind of an awkward unit to play around early. And then kind of interestingly, we sell the Veigar as well. I think I probably would have been really tempted to hold this over like the Vi here, but he sells the Veigar as well here. Just, yeah, I'm thinking like tier rod, like maybe Veigar, but maybe it's just that Kevin doesn't rate Veigar very highly or anything like that. We'll see. We also do have this Vi and we all of a sudden pick up a Leblanc here. And so we're really looking at a potential Cypher opener if we can get there, though. The 2 costs are the easy ones to find. The 3 costs are the hard ones to find. You can lost streak into carousel, but I mean, if they're not on carousel, then you start to feel really bad about it. But this is, our first few rounds, really not much direction from this point, but things get interesting when we first augment here. Blue battery, quality over quantity, and exalted adventure here. Honestly, 3 fantastic augments. We've talked about the quality over quantity line. You could take that, just play into like the Anima squad comp that I've talked about. Exalted adventure, I know people love. And Kevin Parker turns down 2 really, really good options here. The quality over quantity and the exalted adventure here. And immediately grabs this blue battery and says, you know what? I am going to take blue battery. I'm going to slam this blue buff onto my LeBlanc, or we can lost streak for a bit here. But the idea is we're gonna play around LeBlanc with blue battery. We're gonna play a LeBlanc reroll game. And I know I did a VOD of LeBlanc reroll like, I don't know, like 5 days ago or something like that. But that was LeBlanc reroll with Manazane, and I honestly, like, going into that VOD, after looking around a bit, I was like, I'm pretty sure the only way you can make this LeBlanc reroll comp work is with Manazane. And so I really want to see this blue battery setup. Also, blue battery is another augment that really I've been thoroughly unimpressed with since we've come out of PBE. I know on PBE, a lot of people were grabbing blue battery and just taking it, and it received some pretty hefty nerfs going from PBE. I think it was from PBE to live, or maybe it was from, like first patch. It definitely wasn't. No, it was PBE to live, I'm pretty sure. And so this augment received some really, really heavy nerfs. And so I was really of the opinion that, like, do I want to play around blue battery? Every time I've seen people take blue battery, it's looked pretty mediocre to me. So I really want to see how this game goes from Kevin Parker. The idea makes a lot of sense. There is a lot of, value in having a blue battery and a blue buff onto this LeBlanc. LeBlanc's 50 mana, so she's around the amount of mana that like blue buff is like okay on. You're really excited to get to blue battery or blue buff when you're a unit who's like 40 mana, 30 mana. I mean, if you're 20 mana, you're over the moon for something like a blue buff. But I mean, that's not reserved for everybody. I mean, so yeah, like you want to be playing around. I was about to say, yeah, Yumi's 30 mana. I know, because yeah, Yumi with blue buff, blue battery. Yeah, I don't know. Do they print 20 mana units anymore? Anyway. We're going to go into first carousel here. We have the blue buff already, so we don't really need to make a second one. We'd love to pick up a Cypher unit here. We'd love for there to be a Galio on carousel, but there's not one, so we end up just taking Rod here. This can be JG, which is a fantastic slam onto this LeBlanc. We kind of talked about this a little bit in the last video, but I mean, with Manazane, it's also like you want to play for more front-loaded damage, but I mean, even in this spot, you're pretty happy building something like a JG. I mean, you're playing an AP unit. We're actually going to get some stats out of Cypher because we have Team Planner the board out, and we actually are going to play the Cypher version. This is the version that's similar to the one that we saw in the last VOD. So I think this is just kind of like the dominant way to play this comp. You can play 3 Cypher, get a lot of kind of like utility out of it, or I mean, just potentially items, gold, just whatever out of it, and then later it's just stats on your board. And you can also just very easily fit a Vanguard and a Bastion onto your board, and you're playing a Cypher Vanguard Bastion. Like, you don't have to play 4 or 5 Cypher. Like, this is simply good enough. So yeah, we're making it through this stage, though we did win some kind of awkward fights. We're in this very awkward win-loss, or yeah, win-loss, win-loss. And then I think we're actually going to be, yeah, the full mixed streak here, unless, no, yeah, we are going to be full mixed streak here, which it hurts a little bit. It's not your favorite to be completely mixed streak here, but upside, wow, that is our 4th LeBlanc that we have natural. That is really, really, really nice here to get ourselves going on the potential LeBlanc 3 that, I mean, we're obviously going to be playing for in this spot. So it's good to high roll your units. You know what? I'll just write that down. Ooh, double Annie is kind of hilarious. I mean, once upon a time, it's so funny. Like, were we in first patch, Kevin Parker would be like losing his mind right now, being like, I natural 2 Annies, I built a blue buff, like the game's over. Sadly, this Annie unit, not the best these days, so we're going to sell off, actually, yeah, both of the Annies, and just say, I mean, we're not going to play around that. We have a LeBlanc 2 to play around. Going to make the Spark and Sunfire slam here. I mean, just really pretty straightforward slams. You want heal cut, you want armor, or you want MR Shred in a comp that does magic damage, and very nice to also get these slams. I really, really like Spark when you have a unit like this that's going to be casting very quickly, because sometimes if you build Static Shiv, your LeBlanc will get a cast off before Static Shiv actually even proc, so I like Spark a lot in spots like this. Blistering, never going to be taken. Bulky Buddies seems fine. I mean, Preparation is also a very solid option when you're playing any kind of reroll, and we do already have a LeBlanc to prep on the bench here, which is really nice. We're going to very easily get to fully prep stacked LeBlanc in this spot here, and yeah, we're even going to, wow, this is nice, yeah, take the 2-star Vi off the board, put the 1-star Vi down there, and start prepping that Vi, because once again, she's going to sit on the board. The other nice thing is we're playing Cypher. Okay, he is actually going to change his mind and just prep the other Vi, just because, I mean, might as well, right? Just play slightly strongest board just so that we can kill some units here. But I mean, the other nice thing is we get to prep everything else, right? We get to prep the Silas, we get to prep this Leona. I don't actually know if we're going to fit everything. I know he was thinking, I thought the thought process was that we were going to cut the Silas, but maybe he's keeping it as just an option right now, right? Maybe we'll play around the Silas later if we need to. Also, now we have an Ekko that we can start prepping, which is really good. We roll a bit, just trying to pick up anything. I mean, you're playing for that slight high roll percent chance. I mean, if you end up finding a Zed, you feel really good. And yeah, we do end up selling off those Silases here, saying, yeah, I mean, Leone is the future of the Anima squad. You know, on this board also, speaking of people who are high rolling, that is a Zed too on the board right now. At least his items are a little bit trash for now, but that is pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, not bad at all here. All right, so we have most of our items finished at this spot. We have triple item on LeBlanc. You could start looking towards, he goes for chain here, interestingly enough. What is this, Steadfast Heart maybe? I was thinking about maybe making a second blue buff here and saying we have blue battery, we're going to play for Yuumi as our secondary carry on this setup, but we obviously have a different idea here. Chain Vest. Or yeah, I mean, we'll see what it is. We also, now we do have that Yuumi, so we can start prepping her. Also, he's just immediately going to move these items over to the Galio, because, I mean, Galio 2 is going to be absolutely huge. And we can also put the 3 prep stack Leona in here, and then finish prep stacking her on minions. So no need to wait another round to get that Leona onto the board, especially because, like, she's actually going to be a little bit of utility on this board with the stun. I mean, it's not a ton of utility, but, I mean, she's a solid unit to play around here. So I like this. We can continue slow rolling for everything. Yeah, 6 LeBlancs. I mean, the big thing is we are in Scuttle Puddle. So, like, it is very, very likely that we should be hitting our units much faster than average here. Ooh, look at this as well. Saying we're on a 2 loss here. Getting the 3 loss streak is really important for getting as many Cypher stacks as possible here. So we're actually going to remove the LeBlanc, move the Adaptive Helm here, slam these other 2 items, and we're looking at, you know, potentially a better final item than Adaptive Helm onto the LeBlanc. We'll see what we want to go here. I mean, I think, ooh, golden item, that one is really tempting to take, but I mean, we're 60 HP. We can continue to sack for sure here. Get these last few prep stacks on our units. Remember, the Leona we can prep. The Galio is a little bit awkward because obviously this is only going to be our 3rd stack, so we're going to have to get our 4th stack in a little while. But yeah, not even picking up a lot of this stuff here, just saying, I mean, this hacked orb might explode into, I mean, we didn't know that it was going to be egg here, but I mean, egg is, yeah, I mean, I don't know actually why we waited on the hacked orb there. There must be a reason why. He was afraid of, like, getting components that would reroll on accident. That's LeBlanc 3 at least. That's really good here. Ooh, Gnasher's Tooth. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, this makes sense. It's a very solid slam out of the items that we got dropped here, and this LeBlanc is just going to be casting an insane amount of times. 9.6k out of her already into this fight with pretty mediocre frontline, which is not bad here. I mean, Spirit Link seems like a very easy take in this fight. Yeah, I don't think we even need to analyze too hard here. We have a decently tanky frontline in this spot. We're looking for our frontline 3 stars here and getting pretty close to them. And we're low HP, right? We're 49, so it makes sense to play for it. Even gonna get 4 Cypher back in here with the Zed here. Just gonna play a little bit, not strongest board in this spot, just to make sure that we get a ton of Cypher stacks. I mean, we're probably gonna take the 4th. I mean, if you win one of these fights, which honestly, this Veigar player looks not that strong. If you win this fight or take like a perfect loss here, you could even consider, you know, waiting until the end of the stage to get your cash out here. I mean, you can also do it on kind of like a cash by cash basis here. Say like, okay, if this looks good enough, you can take it. It's a completely random artifact. I mean, you're not going to get, okay, we're going to chill for it. You're not going to get that many more stacks because we did just break our loss streak. But the upside is we could just look for something better because completely random artifact here. I mean, there's a chance where we end up in Mana Zane, which sounds kind of hilarious with Blue Battery. I mean, it must interact fine with Blue Battery, but it would probably be a little bit awkward. But I mean, if you end up getting something like, you know, a Trinity Force or Infinity Forces, they call them TFT, like, you're not that excited for it, I would say. So I think we're just going to say like random artifact is just way too random in the spot. We have 0 reforges as well, so we can't even like guarantee a reforge in case something goes super awry. So yeah, we are just going to wait the extra couple of rounds and hope. We're also going to get a few more stacks, so maybe we can even get a better cash out. It's just without that loss streak, we're going to feel bad. And we do finally finish the blue buff onto the Yuumi here. So yeah, I love this. I mean, Yuumi can be a very solid secondary carry in this board. The only thing is we're only 4 Yuumis at this point, so we're pretty far off Yuumi 3, but I mean, even a Yuumi 2 with a blue buff blue battery is going to do okay damage. And honestly, she should do like 1 billion damage. It's just this Yuumi unit sucks a little bit, but she's getting buffed next patch. So, well, she is probably getting buffed next patch based on the PBE changes. I mean, I will say the other reason that I did this VOD is because I mean, what do you guys want? Do you guys want me to review a Hollow Bozeri game or something? Like, I'm ready for us to get through this patch and get into next patch, which I think Mort said he's doing a patch rundown on like Monday or something. So yeah, we'll review that when it comes out. I'm excited for a bit of a change in the meta. This meta has been a little not amazing, but it's really cool to watch comps like this succeed from weird spots, right? Because like, yes, people know play Hollow Bozeri and just absolutely destroy people. They know play Vexotech, but I have seen nobody. Oh my god, I mean that is beautiful from Kevin Parker. And I mean, just goes to show like this was 1 trillion% the correct decision. Instead of getting a completely random artifact, he gets Masterwork here. I mean, that is huge for him. So really good call to not take the random artifact there. Actually, like, this is hugely different in his game. We hit, and now we can start looking at pushing. Ooh, I mean, we're just gonna roll for okay, yeah, we roll a bit digging for like some kind of Yuumi, and then we're like, like we need to push level here. Okay, we also made Radiant JG. I know it may seem like Radiant Blue buff is like really tempting because I mean it's a blue buff, but I mean I think the stats say Radiant Blue buff is one of like the worst Radiant items. Let me pull up Radiant items and look at average placement. It's actually not. It's actually not as bad. It's actually quite good. It's really just more damage. I mean, both of them are just more damage, the Radiant JG and the Radiant Blue buff. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of, they both do the same thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kevin Parker just did a stats check there and said, you know, what Radiant item is good on Leblanc? And then the stats said, there have been 3 players who have hit a Radiant item on Leblanc. And he was like, all right, let's go with that. But I mean, still, either way, we have the Radiant Blue buff, the Radiant JG onto the Leblanc here. And the front line with the Spirit Links and all of these preparation stacks and just hitting everything 3 stars doing very well. So we're actually in a fantastic spot. We also, the dream normally on this board is Samira, right? Gets AMP and Street Demon onto the board, and AMP for this Yuumi is not bad. And also just, I mean, Samira's an okay unit now that she's been rebuffed this patch. Actually, now that I think about it, are they changing Samira? Oh, I'll look at the patch changes when they come out. But yeah, I mean, the more that I see this version of the comp play out, the more I like it. You get to roll for the Illaoi as well, so you can roll for Illaoi 3, be this kind of like secondary frontline. You then also get a duo carry in the Yuumi, who with this blue buff, blue battery setup is actually like insanely high damage. We take the Gargoyle here just to finish out another item onto one of our tanks here. You can throw it onto Ekko. I almost want to remove her and move an item over just because, like, I really don't like the idea of Gargoyle and Redemption being on the same unit. We have 2 removers, and we do get our 5th strategist in here. And yep, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm basically as good as Kevin Parker because I realized that it would be stupid to put Gargoyle and Redemption on the same unit. Move the other aura item over, and then we have triple aura item essentially onto Ekko, and then have Illaoi as the true tank out there. Look, little things like that people might miss, but I mean, this is real TFT hard hitting VOD reviews here. Roll, find Nico too. So yeah, we're playing 5 strategist for now. I mean, you could also just play 5 strat forever. I mean, the big unit that it's buffing is Ekko on this board, and it's a little bit, and I mean, obviously the Leblanc as well. We don't get it onto Illaoi, but I mean, you do get a little bit onto Illaoi as well, but it's much more tankiness for Ekko, much more damage for the LeBlanc. So honestly, we're probably just gonna play this. Maybe we can get Samira in at level 10, but honestly, AMP and Street Demon probably not better than 4 to 5 strategist. I think I was talking about this last time I played about, but the difference from 4 to 5 strategist, I mean, it is like, because you are tripling the stats, it is just so consequential, right? It's 12% to 15% damage amp, so triple both of those, it's an extra 9%, and then it's 8% to 10% DR, which, I mean, still 6% extra DR is a lot. So yeah, that tripling is just, I mean, triple a number tends to be a big number. Also, a lot of people losing to Crab here. We have just a pretty tanky board, so we can get through it, but most people not so lucky. Roll down here, just digging for the... Okay, and he does actually get the Samira in here, calls for this being better. It is... Yeah, I mean, it's actually... And then double Yumi item here, ideally. Do you go for Archangels here, really? I mean, what are we taking? Vow for Nico? Wow, just go double Nico items here. No love for the Yumi here, saying, honestly... We don't care about itemizing Yumi too. We'll just itemize the Nico, and the LeBlanc's gonna be able to do enough damage on her own. Okay, I mean, honestly, fair enough. This Yumi unit, kind of trash. All right, fair enough. But yeah, we do end up getting the Samira in. Okay, so I should have trusted in my take that Samira is the highest cap version. I mean, it's interesting because like you are getting a lot of those stats, right? An extra 9% damage amp onto LeBlanc is never bad, but like you're still getting stats onto LeBlanc. You're getting AP and HP onto her from Street Demon. The whole board's getting these Street Demon stats and AMP onto both your Samira and your Yumi is not bad. Also, Samira is probably like a tiny bit better than Ziggs, but I mean, once you get to Ziggs too, it's like not even, I mean, yeah, it's like maybe a hair better. I don't know. There's also, yeah, I'm not really sure why we shifted the Yumi over there. I thought maybe it was intentional, but maybe it was just a mouse slip. But all right, we do also have to deny, we're denying both here. That's Urgot 3 kind of that they're looking for, and more consequentially, this Sejuani 3. They're not holding multiple Sedges on board, right? So it's only 5 Sedges, so we should be fine here, but definitely something to watch out for. Also, I mean, this is final boss in TFT as always, and can we beat this final boss? I don't know. That is a Hollow Bow Pulse Stabilizer Gwinsu onto that Zeri, so... I mean, if we can beat this, then this is the greatest comp of all time. And if we can't beat it, then, I mean, still we went top 2, and, you know, that's pretty good. I mean, really, the most consequential thing for us is dodging these Sejuani ults. If we can get LeBlanc away from the Sejuani, we will feel a lot better. Also, oh my god, the Radiant Gwinsu onto the Zeri as well. Oh, it's just so gross. We do get the swap over. We get everything swapped, actually. I feel like this is a little bit lazy from Fazu, because, like, Kevin has to swap 4 units, and they only have to swap 1. But I mean, we'll see if it even ends up mattering. LeBlanc doing good work. Ooh, Fazu, wake up, buddy. Well, I mean, don't wake up, because it's gonna be way better for content if Kevin Parker wins. But I mean, how are you getting swapped on by this? Like, yeah, we have to swap 3 units, and they basically just have to swap Sejuani and make sure that she's on the right side. We do a quick swap. Some nice APM here. Do we get it? Oh, Kevin breaks this guy's ankles, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, the Zeri's on the opposite side, but she's just going to run to the middle anyway. And if LeBlanc doesn't get stunned a single time, she's going to scale up and destroy the entire board. Oh my god. Positioning swaps masterclass from KP. Oh, that's my OBS. And a really, really cool game, actually, playing around the, I mean, I loved the blue battery, playing around the LeBlanc. I mean, getting to the Radiant item, waiting for the art. I mean, yeah, like denying... Not really denying, but skipping the artifact, getting your Radiant item. Just a masterclass from Kevin Parker as usual. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Day 3 is tomorrow, so I mean, you guys can watch. I mean, I'll have Kevin's link down below. You guys can go root for Kevin in day 3 tomorrow. We're gonna have America's day 3. No more co-streams because this Kai guy is a flaky dude, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, go root for Kevin, and then go root for who's even in an Americas anymore. A lot of good people, I think, but also a lot of people got eliminated. All right, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.